Welcome back to what? Season 3.
Yep, we're in here.
Me in Tennessee. I still have the script. It'll go away in just a second, but here it yet again. This is your go-to podcast for all things East and the Volunteer State. Join us as we explore the stories and people behind the hidden gems, vibrant cities. Every time this wears me out.
They are breathtaking.
And breathtaking landscapes. We've got you covered.
Yeah, we do.
Hey, I'm Lyra.
And I'm Jenna.
Am I supposed to say something?
You're not done.
Oh, wait, you know where we are. Maypop Studio in downtown Johnson City. Mitch running the show today. What are we going to explore? We're going to explore the hills with you. That's what we're going to do.
The hills.
Yeah,
there are many hills, and we are here to explore them this season.
My paper, it's gone.
So-
I was told today by Tiny Boss, she was like, get the papers out of your hands.
We're known for waving.
Right.
We're known for waving them around. I can't help it. Hey, but we do have a fun story. It's full of flavor. My favorite flavor. Liquor.
No, yeah.
I'm just kidding. No, it is a good flavor.
A whole lot of liquor.
A whole lot of liquor.
A whole lot of liquor.
And this is really actually a cool story that I didn't know until fairly recently. And I don't even know all the details, so I'm excited for you guys to share it with me. But we're talking about Long Island iced tea that many people think originated in New York.
And they're wrong.
They are dead wrong.
They are wrong.
And we're going to tell them all about it today. So this story actually begins in the 1920s, middle of Prohibition, on the island of Long Island, Kingsport.
That's right.
Which I didn't even know that existed.
Yeah. So, you and a whole lot of other people.
Yeah, but we've got Shane. Shit. Oh, sorry. Didn't mean to do that.
Try again.
Shane. I got a bad mouth every now and then.
It's the liquor.
Liquor yet.
Winegar.
Shane. And I was looking at it. I'm like, okay, Jenna, we've practiced it. You know the name.
We did
Shane Winegar is here with us. So he is an award-winning bartender. We're going to put his skills to the test.
Yeah.
We're going to try one. But before we try one and make one, we're going to hear the story of the Long Island iced tea.
Absolutely. So we are going to rewind to the 1920s, but we'll go quickly.
Yeah, let's get to it.
Right? Exactly. So there is a Long Island that is in Kingsport, Tennessee. Once upon a time, it was residential. People were living there. It was known to be where the bootleggers were during Prohibition. That's where you went to get your liquor.
For people, like, especially the local people listening, right? You know where Long Island, Kingsport is? And it's still called Long Island?
If you are at Riverfront Seafood,
Okay.
and you are looking across the river where the Domtar baseball fields are located,
A lot of people know where that is.
is Long Island in Kingsport, Tennessee.
Okay.
Eastman also now occupies a lot of that land, but once upon a time it was residential. Bootleggers were living there. You would go over to Long Island to get your liquor,
Okay.
right? And so we were told a lot of stories as we were doing this, that if they would get word that the police were on their way, they would throw the liquor into the river to hide it. And then once the police were gone, if you could go into the river and whatever you could get out, you get to keep. Okay. Whether that's a tall tale or the truth, you roll with it. We'll never know. It was the 1920s. So a man by the name of Charlie Old Man Bishop created a drink with 5 liquors.
Okay.
He sweetened it with maple syrup.
I like maple syrup. It sounds good.
So, fast forward to the 1940s, and his son, Ransom Bishop, how cool of a name is Ransom, by the way?
Is that like the son of a bootlegger?
He took it and he elevated it to add lemon and lime, a little bit of citrus, and cola. So it gave it that, between the liquors and the cola, it gave it that darker look to feel a little bit like
So
tea.
before the 40s, they're just drinking just straight liquor, just a ton of mixed liquor.
Just a whole bunch of liquors with a sweetener in it.
Okay.
You know, the one that New York claims is from the 70s, and it's sweetened with triple sec.
So you're a lot earlier than
This
them.
is what makes ours different.
50 years
There's
before.
the syrup, the maple syrup in there to sweeten it. So that is how the drink came to be. We put this out there, and that's how we started learning a lot of the history. Some folks that still reside in Kingsport that are family to the bishops were able to come and talk to us and start telling us how this all came to be and how the drink truly existed and how it became known as tea.
I was saying, how did you even figure out that this existed, this story existed of this original Long Island
Oh my gosh,
tea?
right. So we were at a tourism conference, as we are in tourism, and we're sitting there at a restaurant, and one of our counterparts opens up his menu and it says, Long Island iced tea, and in parentheses, Kingsport, Tennessee. Now, there's a bunch of tourism professionals sitting there, and we said, what?
Yeah. What's that mean?
So we started doing our research and come to find out that's when we discovered old man Charlie Bishop and his
Ransom.
story, and then Ransom, and then
Now Shane.
and
Now
then,
me.
and then I was going to say, and then we have Shane. You know, so we took this story and we ran with it and developed a campaign and really just launched it and staked our claim on we are the home of the original, and
Then what?
away we went. And away we
I'm
went.
gonna say, I bet
Then the
some
fun
people
began.
Normally a little mad about that because they've been claiming this since the 70s.
Right? So we were at another tourism function and our phones start blowing up after we have put out this press release. We did a press conference. We handed out samples of the drink and we said, we're the home of the original. And we told the story.
Yeah.
A restaurant owner in New York City reaches out and said, no, you didn't. We did in New York. So from there, fast forward, we reached out to our friends at East Coast Wings, Shane and one of his bartenders, Randy. We were like, hey, here's our story. Here's what we want to do. And so we decided that we were going to lean on them and start doing some competition.
I bet Lara did a lot of samplings, didn't she?
We did do a lot of samplings.
She's
We
like,
made
we
it
need to get this just
several
right.
different times so we could sample it. Yes. We had a lot of fun making samples. It's like we're going to have here in a minute when I make some.
Yeah. So that led us to go to them and say, let's start making this drink and we're gonna show them that we're the home.
And you're going to make them taste it? Did you make the folks in New York?
Oh, absolutely, we did. Yeah, and Shane can kind of speak to the competition piece, but you know what we need to first do is talk a little bit about Shane's history to know that he is an experienced bartender. I realize he may look a little shady, but he's the real deal.
I've been doing it a few years.
Yeah,
About 38 years I've been in the bartending business. So,
38 years.
yeah, started down at the restaurant in Kingsport. Cheers. So,
There's gonna be a lot of people listening that remember.
a lot of people still wish Cheers was around. It was the
I've
best
heard that
bar.
about Cheers,
It was the
'cause I've
best
been
bar around. So, a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Had a lot of drinks, but we didn't make this one there. So now this is interesting. We get to do this one now, and we make it at East Coast Wings.
So we'll circle back around to it, but let's talk quickly about Shane so that we can give you a little bit of credibility. Maybe.
A whole lot of credibility.
For the drink.
Try. I know.
taste of the drink
You know,
is
when
what
he
does
gets to take home the trophy of the award-winning Long Island tea, that gives his
But that was one
credibility
thing
a
I said.
bit.
If we won, I want the trophy, and it's
And you
still
won?
sitting at East Coast Wings.
Yeah, it is. All right.
That's true. That's true. So tell us about Shane so we can get a little bit of background on you first.
Born and raised here in Kingsport. Lived here all my life, except for a couple times I thought I'd move away. But living in Kingsport, always come right back to where I'm from. So
That seems
love
to
this
happen.
town. And when they asked if I'd do it, I was like, of course I would. I love Kingsport.
Yeah.
So,
So you are at East Coast Wings now. Tell us your role there. I mean, I am pretty proud of him. I'm pretty proud of him.
well, if you come by East Coast Wings, you'll see a big name on the door. That happens to be my name. I'm the general manager there. I also
And
bartend
it's
some.
larger
so-
than the East Coast Wings sign.
Yes,
Did you make that recommendation?
I asked the guy, Bortz, when he made my name, I said, can we make it a little big so everybody can see it? So, yeah.
Am I going to East Coast Wings or am I going to Shane Winegar, general manager?
Shane Winegar. I can say it. Shane Winegar's.
Now, you can see. if
I'm
you-
going to Shane Winegar's.
and it's been said that way.
Anyway, how long have you been? You were there from the time the restaurant opened?
At East Coast?
Yeah.
I've been there 9 years. It's been open 10, so I got there a
Okay.
year after. So,
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Name on the door the whole time?
as soon as I got there, yes. That was one of my first things. Scrape the other name off, put my name on.
There you go.
So, talk a little bit about when we approached you all about the drink and the recipe and your thoughts on even putting that together.
Well, I had heard a little bit about it, didn't really know, but then when you asked us if we would do this, and then got really interested when we were going to do a competition, because I'm very competitive, so I like to win.
And a winner,
So, yeah. So then, of course, we was like, yes. So me and Randy, the other bartender, we got to working on it, tweaking it, and got the recipe. And what you're going to have here in a minute is what we made.
So, I need you to tell the folks about Randy, though. Randy couldn't be with us today, but these two have a history and a chemistry. So, it really worked well with the competition piece.
So we've bartended together for a little over 30 years. He also worked at Cheers with me. So I actually trained Randy to bartend at Cheers But now the student
Is
has
that you
become,
bragging or is that?
well, it's been bragging, but now the student has become the teacher, and he is the bartender extraordinaire now at East Coast Wings.
Yeah. And he also, I wish you could see the two of them together just to see a Shane and Randy combo.
Yeah.
Randy.
So what's the name you give us?
Shandy.
Shandy.
And it just
That's cute.
stuck. I mean, but Randy is like a 6'7", 8 at least dude.
Tall.
He's a big fella.
Yeah.
Well, honestly,
Big fella.
Might have to back the cameras up if Randy
Yeah,
was here
right.
today.
And he could just pick Shane. Shane has leaned on Randy for quite some time to get them out of trouble.
This is true. I get in trouble and Randy bails me out. So I'm like, where's Randy at? And then everybody's like, oh, better not.
Yeah, I thought
Randy's
that might
here.
happen during some of the competition. But anyway, we'll talk about that as we make the
Well,
drink.
and I
So-
got one question before. Were you familiar with this before they announced it? Have you ever heard this story?
I had heard that it was from Kingsport.
Okay.
But until Larry came, I did not know the whole story.
And
So-
Sure.
did you used to make the old Long Island back in the day? The what is it, a Yankee Long Island?
Yeah, yes, we used to make that one. But
The not so good
Yeah.
version, is that what
Yeah.
you know? The triple sec
Going-
version.
yeah.
Yeah.
I will
And
say, I
sour.
am not. I'm not a triple sec girl. Gives me a headache. So definitely like the maple syrup edition.
Before we get into the making of the drink, though, Shane was quite committed to this effort, I must
Yeah.
tell you. So he had claimed that he was going to get some artwork done.
I said if we won, and we won.
Yeah. Okay. Like how committed are we talking about to the effort?
Oh, it's a lifelong commitment at this point. Yeah.
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 Got some ink.
I got some ink.
There's
I
a,
did.
there's a tattoo to,
Is there a place that we can
there,
see?
there
Yes,
is a
it is.
tattoo to be seen.
So
Are we gonna see it?
We're going to see it. I didn't believe him.
Whoa. And you didn't go small. You did not
well,
go small.
hey, go big or go home. Go big.
And the trophy.
Yes.
I'm surprised you didn't put your name on that trophy.
I was going to put a number one, but I figured with the trophy, everybody know I won.
That's right.
How long did that take, Shane? Was that a multi-process?
No, it was one session and it took about 3 hours.
Okay.
Wow. Have you ever had anyone put a logo brand that you've created at Visit Kingsport on their body?
I'm going to have to say, we have not. This was a first. This was a first.
No, Randy does not.
Randy, come on.
Yeah.
He's not as committed.
He's not as committed as me, so.
So there you go.
Wow. Impressive.
The very first time that
I did
Shane,
not expect it to be that big.
that Shane showed us this, I said, oh, you did. You did.
You did.
And now I'm quite fond of it. I'm like, okay.
I see.
it works.
Get the
It works.
artwork
Yeah.
on a little print and film. That's a nice design. I like
thank
it.
you.
All right, so let's get to the drink.
Yeah, enough
we
chit-chat.
did take this on the road, and so we were like, you know what, Long Island, New York, we're coming for you.
Yeah, we are.
And so they were very kind to invite us up to one of their restaurants to compete, and we did. Yeah, I had Shandy in tow,
Yep.
and off we went. So, but I want to get to the drink, and we can talk a little bit through the competition while he's making the drink. So, I'm turning it over to you.
All right.
This is your show now.
And for our listeners, it's 10:15, and it's a work day, so this is really a strong way to start.
And
It's the only way to start.
they're making this in the East Coast wing size glass. So let's discuss why you all chose to do that approach. And I'm sorry for the size of
I'm just throwing the ice everywhere.
seeing this ice scoop and ice
Yes.
bucket ratio don't work well.
And also, this noise can't be good for our listeners.
Mitch isn't cringing. Well, you know what it is. It's ice.
I was gonna say, if we're not
So just
waving
listen
and
to
flapping our papers, we're just gonna be crunching ice.
Okay.
All right, are we ready?
Sorry, Shane. You tell us what's happening here.
Alrighty. Well, here we got our liquors right here. We got vodka, which is going to be an ounce of vodka. We're going to make 2 of them right now.
And I like you're good when like I have to use the little measuring.
The jigger. The jigger. Right.
Yeah.
And then an ounce of whiskey.
Yes. So when you all were making these in New York, is this exact? You didn't measure then either, right?
No, we did this like
I mean,
this.
you measured with your heart.
Well, but, exactly. Well, we didn't know until we was like, well, how's this going to be? Me and Randy were just going to be like, take it slow. We're going to make the drink. And when they counted 1, 2, 3, go, the bartenders in New York just started running around. So me and Randy was like, panic. Let's start going. So we looking at each other like, well, we didn't know it was a race. So
I don't think I think it's about the flavor, right? It's not about how fast you
And they went to it being a race, and we was like, well, this is just, we do everything slow in Tennessee.
That's right. We talk
So
slower.
we took our
move
time,
slower.
made the drink, and of course we won because we took our time and made the drink.
Well, this is exactly right.
So you won.
Now, we did not win in New York. However, I mean, that was to be expected, right? So the panel of judges that they had in New
It's not half
York
ounce.
were New York judges. So, I
Right.
mean, you know,
Around.
that's fair. Sorry. Yeah, you tell us what you're doing. You can interrupt us at any given moment, but
Well, that's easy to do.
And you're gonna have to
talk
you wanna
over her.
keep
You get a half ounce of gin.
yep. So they did have New York bartenders, or I mean, judges that got to taste the drink and vote there.
And then we get a tequila. Half ounce of that also.
So how many ounces is this total? 1, 2, 3.5 ounces of liquor?
2.5.
2.5. Okay.
No, you're right, 3.5. I'm wrong.
This is a whole liquor for anyone that is watching on YouTube. This is what is this? A 16? I don't know.
I
how
think
many-
22-ounce glass.
22-ounce glass, and yeah, we got a lot of
This
liquor in there.
will lead to a large tattoo on your cap.
That's exactly right. You'll have a tattoo on your leg. Come East Coast had 2 of those, you might get a tattoo also. Who knows?
Talk to me about so you all serve this drink at East Coast Wings still in this style.
We do. We serve many of them on the weekends. I mean, through the week, everybody comes in and asks about it. Of course, we still have the trophy and our little foam fingers as number 1. We got it. So when people ask about that, we get to tell the story and then we serve them.
I love it. So you do make it, going back to the glass size, this is
It's a big one.
larger than your average size pint glass for those that.
Yes.
Oh, I just
Right.
noticed this is kind of
So
nice.
this is right. We have the glasses that are created with the recipe on the side of the glass so that you can get the measurements accurately.
I like that.
But you do that on purpose, correct? The
Yes.
size of that glass.
Well, yes, because there's so much liquor in it. You're not going to get that much. Very little cola would go in a 16-ounce glass right now.
So for the sake of the people drinking it, you do try to soften it
Well,
just a bit.
yes, and we usually limit it to 2. Most people only have one.
Say, you need a partnership with Uber. Like,
Yes.
Why do you have to call a ride share?
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine making it to the bottom of one of these, much less 2.
Okay.
Have you seen it happen?
Yeah, we had one. We had one person drink 3.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
I
Did
think
they-
it was Uber Day that day.
I
Yeah.
mean, did they
was
walk
certain.
out? They walked to the bathroom?
They made it out, but you can definitely tell they had 3 on
You were
the
like,
teeth.
and that's when you're
Yeah.
like, choose the limit.
Yes.
Choose the limit.
Maybe we better put a limit on this. So I'm squeezing some fresh lemons in there. Now we're going to do the lime.
Nice. So, okay, I'll tell you my Long Island iced tea story. I used to like them in college. And in college, you're at
most Long Island tea stories start with,
right.
I used to like them in college.
Yeah.
And I mean, you know, you're young, you can get one, it's got all this liquor in it. And so I got a pitcher, right? That sounds like a good
Oh.
idea. A Long Island pitcher with
I
a
have
straw.
a similar story. That sounds like mine.
And it did not end well for Jenna that night. And I didn't touch one again for a long, long time. But
Sure.
that was also the triple sec version. And I had one of these not too long ago, a Kingsport version, and it is actually very good.
So the difference maker is the maple syrup, wouldn't you say, Shane?
It
I
is.
mean, as far as the sweetener goes, taking that triple sec out and replacing it with the maple syrup. So, you know, you go back to the 1920s, though, there was no such thing, I feel quite certain, of triple sec.
No.
I feel like that came along a little later. So you had to sweeten with something. And now everybody's going back to sweetening with maple syrup anyway, right?
Please do, right?
This is a healthy drink.
Actually, could be a juice if you wanted it to be.
Yeah, so before you finish this off, though, we did not win in New York.
Okay. Yeah.
But then you got to be home territory.
Yes,
Tell them
then
about
we-
that.
We got to come back to Kingsport, and we did it at Riverfront Seafood Company, which we had our home crowd there, which was nice. How many people do you think was there?
Oh
At
my
least
gosh.
100?
As many as we could get in
No,
their
the
their
building was
bar
packed,
area.
and
Yeah.
it was
And the
good.
New York folks came down to Kingsport.
Yes, the New York
Okay.
folks came down, and we had a competition there, and we won there.
Yeah, of course. And
So-
then was there a tiebreaker? Now we had 1-1.
So we decided we needed to have a tiebreaker, and we would meet in the middle on neutral ground.
Okay. Where'd you go?
We met in the D.C. area. And so, again, Shandy in tow, we headed to D.C. and we were at a piano bar. It was a great atmosphere. We've got a panel of judges, and off we go.
And
And we won.
So you got the tattoo and the trophy. You had to.
And we had a great crowd there too, representing Kingsport. It was. They were a little jealous of how many people we had there from Kingsport. They were.
So I think they were jealous because you won. Did they taste it and say like, "Oh, this is actually pretty good"? Like,
I don't think they would ever say that. No.
Okay. Too much pride.
Yeah. No. They still had in their heads that they had the
Correct.
best and the original.
Correct. And, we never claimed we had the best, although we do.
Right.
The original.
The claim is that we have the original.
As our
and we do.
Right.
And we do. So, it was a lot of fun, but all the while we're getting to tell the story about Kingsport
Right.
and Northeast Tennessee to a group of people that some of them had never even been to our state,
So you're putting it on the map.
much less Kingsport or Northeast Tennessee. They're like, I've never even been to Tennessee. In Long Island, New York, there are these people sitting at the bar. They're originally from Long Island. They're there to show their support, and I get it. But at the same time, they're asking a lot of questions about where we live, what's it look like, the mountains, all the things that people just really love about our region of being outside and enjoying all of the
Having good
outdoor
cocktails.
assets, plus the best Long Island tea outside of Long Island, they're able to get the real deal. So it was just a cool opportunity to talk to a lot of people and tell them our story about who we are and what we are and why we love where we live. So,
Yeah. And then bragging rights too. Like,
Of course.
well, yes.
Some
And
more than
that.
others. Some play all the time, tattoos. So
Shane's just walking around in shorts year round, showing it off.
it's a nice conversation piece, I'll tell you that.
I believe it.
Well, and it's an opportunity for us to keep telling a story. So,
Yeah.
But anyway, all right,
cool.
finish off the drink. I'm
All
sorry.
right, so
Yeah.
now let's put the main
I
ingredient
want to
in.
taste this thing. Lara keeps talking.
You're not surprised, then, eh?
I thought I was going to say, look, I just have a lot to tell you all about. Oh,
Okay, a little maple.
Yeah.
Can I stir?
You can't stir.
Okay.
but do you stir now or
yeah.
once the
Nope.
cola?
No
okay.
more. We won't stir now. Yeah.
Stir now.
We do wanna stir?
And then add
Okay.
cola. So stir, not shaken.
Yes.
Why?
It just mixes it together better.
Okay.
I think.
You-
Me and Randy did both ways. Now, let me tell you, when we said we made a several, Randy decided this
that
is the
good?
best way.
And so you did try
Got it all mixed
multiple
up there?
approaches.
We did. We tried shaking it. We tried stirring it.
Now
Shane wants to redo.
Shane
Shane wants to redo what you've done.
No, go for it.
It's fine.
You
Wants to redo. Because I knew. I was
Randy,
like, they go around the side of the glass.
Randy would kill me if I didn't do this now. So, even though.
I was just doing a little.
Just gotta get all the way down in there.
My guess is the maple
Look at
syrup.
the art of this hand. You've got this like.
Does the
You see
maple
Randy
syrup
do
stick to the sides of the glass? Is that why you're doing that?
Yeah, well, it just floats to the bottom. So that's showing
Randy,
you.
we miss you.
Yeah.
I wonder if some of this is just some superstition. Like, does it really make sense? I'm just kidding.
But we won.
That's right.
We won. All right. So next
now,
steps.
we want to divide this up and have
Yes.
some.
Okay.
Okay,
Sure.
Can we get rid of some
Little
water in here? We've been sitting for a minute.
Well, sure. Go ahead. You can
just
do
want-
whatever you want to.
I just don't want it to be watered down.
Right. There you go.
Can I touch it?
You can.
No one's gonna care.
No
Just
one's going
us.
to care if you touch it. Just put all the water in there, and then I'm going to dump this
Oh shoot. Okay.
into his. I'm gonna dump this.
Once he gets rid of one, you can dump it into that. Or the pour
There you
one
go.
out.
That's right.
Yeah, I like a lot of ice in my drinks.
Oh, yeah.
My ice grill. I love it whenever it's the ice from Lara's office.
So, I do want to talk. The drink is great. I have more to add, though. I know
Okay.
you're shocked. There are other businesses that have also gotten involved. That it's, yes, we have multiple restaurants. East Coast Wings is the one that does offer the original. Some are offering their take on it
With their
by
award-winning
using a Maple Crown Royal, right?
Oh,
to get the maple
different,
flavor in there.
different.
So, but we have multiple businesses who are participating in multiple ways. We have Bellafina Chocolates in downtown Kingsport who have been making a Long Island tea truffle.
Okay, I had
They
that.
also went with us to Long Island, New York.
It is so good. That truffle is so good.
That we have, you can get Long Island tea cupcakes and a lot of businesses that have gotten on board to say, well, we're a part of this. So,
So here's a question. Is anyone doing anything with actual tea? Because there's not actually tea in here. I don't even know where the name came from.
so when,
Well,
We-
when you put the soda in there, it
looks-
makes it look like tea.
Okay.
So what we learned, we were able to talk with a lady who is part of the Bishop family. She is a great niece of Ransom Bishop. I think I'm getting that correct. If you go to visitkingsport.com, you can see her interview with Connie Bishop.
Does she still live in Kingsport?
She does. Yes,
Very cool.
she does still live in Kingsport, but we were able to talk with her, and she is the one person that we've been able to determine why they called it tea.
Okay,
She said as kids, they would be there visiting, and kids didn't like tea, and so they called it adult tea so that you knew not to touch the adult tea.
The kids
Now,
wouldn't touch it.
that's the story that Connie told us, and I'm going to believe it, and I'm going to run with it.
Yeah. And it also looks like tea. So there you go.
And it does have the look of tea, so ready.
All right, are we ready?
Well, we're ready for when you're ready.
Well, I'm ready.
With that perfectly mixed maple syrup.
Oh, well, I hope so. What you all don't know is this actually is his first time making this.
No, it's not.
Randy always does all the work, but
Usually I get to do the talking and Randy does the work. So
this is
They
true.
got you on double duty today.
He's multitasking.
That's all right.
Definitely. Is that with the water in it?
No, he dumped the water.
Okay.
Come on,
Thank you. Thank you, Shane.
No rookie.
I do know what I'm doing sometimes, Lara. I mean, I know you don't believe me all the time. And I was even early today.
I know. I'm very proud. I'm very proud of
I'm
these
going to take a
guys.
little smell of this real quick because I know. Oh, yeah. That's strong.
I can smell it as he's pouring it. It's potent.
So we've got
sure.
vodka, whiskey, rum, tequila, gin,
That's it.
lemon, lime, maple. Okay. So
Yep.
now finishing it off.
Now we're going to put the cola in there.
Mm-hmm. That is literally a cup of liquor
With some maple syrup.
with a splash.
With a little bit of maple syrup. Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, like this is I'm excited for this. Okay. Do we need to mix it or is it good?
We're going to make it just a little bit.
Around.
Around the glass.
That's right. I know how to. I learned something.
New tonight. How to say my last name and how to mix a drink.
That's right. Winegar and mixing a drink. And that you got a big old tattoo on your leg with this drink. And it's commitment.
You don't need to learn any more today. That's enough of us learning about Shane today.
After I drink this, I'm done for the day. We'll take a nap.
Okay, so do we have enough that we can share with others?
Yeah.
Okay.
We got 4, unless we're, there is a limit of 2 per person.
Well, yes.
Right. Okay. So we should probably have Tiny Boss come on in.
Tiny Boss.
Yeah.
And I
we
think
never
is
have
Chelsea
her
coming in to tell
and
us about some other things.
Yeah. So we want to keep the momentum going, right? Behind the Long Island Tea, but more importantly, to bring people to our area to visit and
why do they have
explore
cups?
everything that we.
We're here.
Oh, Shane, I can't pour this into those.
Let's see if I can help you here. Hold on. We might make a mess, but we'll try not to.
So, like a professional. Yes. So
We'll split them up here.
we do want to keep the momentum going. And
Mitch, bring your cup
There's
over.
yours.
Come on, Mitch.
Mitch, the man that makes the magic happen. Oh, okay. Quality
Yeah, yeah,
control, he says. Yeah. Come on in.
Let's get him some of this stuff.
Well, here,
This is for you to do.
Here you go. Well, you just have one.
And
of
so
them.
for-
You get the blue cup.
And for those that haven't, should we do a little intro? Because I don't know that has anyone seen Tiny
You've
Boss
heard us
on-
talk about Tiny Boss,
The
director,
scriptwriter.
producer, scriptwriter, and boss, Alicia.
Phelps.
And you've heard us talk about Maypop here in downtown Johnson City. It's in my script all the time. Mitch, get up, come in, Mitch. Hi, Mitch.
And we don't talk about Chelsea as much as we love to see.
And then our director of marketing at Visit Kingsport, Chelsea. I couldn't do life without her. So, cheers. Cheers to the Long Island Tea.
Let's get a clink.
I do want to say,
Cheers.
all right, I'm going to let you all taste that.
I was saying.
Of course, Sarah's going to do the half one.
Oh yeah, that's
really
like how does the liquor disappear? Like you don't taste it.
Nope.
That's the danger of this drink.
Randy,
Like,
you'd be proud. That's all I can say. You'd be proud.
Randy, I hope Randy will listen and watch. I'm proud. You actually did make a good Long Island tea.
it's really
tasty,
good.
ain't it?
So
really
the
good.
maple syrup is very forward, which is what I think is nice about it. It's
Pinky was sticking out. I don't know what to get
This
at.
is how we drink a Long Island tea. Cheers.
No, okay, I'm typing it in. Sorry.
So, well, you can tell them about the trail. That's right. The trail
like
is
slurping
all
on the
her.
microphone.
But we want to keep momentum alive.
Yeah.
To keep telling the story
Alicia,
of
bye.
Northeast Tennessee. At least she's leaving so that she can now boss us around. But that's what's
right.
happening. Thanks for joining us. So we are working with local businesses, like I said. We will continue working with East Coast. Y'all are going to keep serving the drink.
Oh, yes, of course.
Yeah. And so we decided we have a mural in downtown
Yes.
that people
it's interactive, right?
that you can
It's really cute.
talk about the mural a little bit, because I look, I'm doing a horrible job at trying to touch on all the things. So talk about the mural a little bit.
So we had a mural installed 2023. It is interactive, so you can take your friends downtown, pose by the tea, pose by the straw. You're squeezing the lemon into the Coke. It's really fun. It's
I have done that.
Okay.
right downtown, right off Center Street. You can't miss it. But you touched on the businesses that are already participating. Of course, we've got East Coast Wings. We want people to experience Long Island tea. We want people to continue to learn about our story, more than just the liquor. So why not put together a trail of all of these stops?
In Tennessee, we love a trail. Yeah, we do. Is what listeners need to know. We love a trail in Tennessee. Come check them all out and add the Long Island Tea Trail to your
makes
list.
it easy for a visitor that like wants to experience the local culture to like, hey, I can go to these spots.
What is your vision with the trail?
Stops including businesses, not just drinks, but drinks, of course, food, historic landmarks. My favorite part, it's all going to be digital. There will be a digital passport.
Oh.
And what's better than trail is prizes to go along with it, right?
And this should be a prize. This is a great prize.
Yeah, the T-shirts might be a prize. We'll have some other fun surprises along the way. So this is all going to be coming soon.
A meet and greet with Shandy. That's a great prize.
Definitely. Maybe we'll hide on the trail and jump out the tricycle. Here's your Long Island tea.
I love it.
We're excited about it, and we're just excited to continue to tell our story in creative ways.
Have we put a deadline on ourselves to get this trail running?
Oh, I love that. I love that. Well, you know, it's still cold outside. Like when it warms up, launch in the spring.
I don't know. This will warm you up.
That's true.
So it could be an option. You know,
Go see Shandy anytime.
that's exactly
Yep.
right. You know, a huge thank you to Shandy, being Shane Winegar here today, Randy at home. We missed him. Thank you, Chelsea, for continuing to push this effort forward. At the end of the day, we're all here because we love it here and we want other people to love it here. So this is just one more fun story to tell that makes people and taste, that gets people interested in coming to Northeast Tennessee. And you know what? Meet me in Tennessee
Would you?
and have a Long Island tea.
Share your stories with
Right?
us online.
There's something she wants us to
was the
say about
hashtag?
if you like what you hear,
Subscribe.
subscribe and keep listening. Something along those lines. I'm not gonna pick my
Subscribe,
spit dad.
listen, follow, and then tag us in your social media. I don't remember the hashtag though. Is it
Meet me in Tennessee.
It's Meet Me in
Yeah.
Tennessee. Meet me in Tennessee with a Long Island iced tea.
There
I
you
like
go.
it.
That's good. I like it.
Cheers. Ready?
Yes. Happy weekend.